It's time now for Yellow Jacket baseball and softball. The Yellow Jackets are looking for another fantastic season. Coach Prince is excited for this year's prospects and ready for league baseball play. Meanwhile, new head softball coach Tristan Tate is off to an exciting new season. Follow along for exciting Clinton baseball and softball on the Trip 94.7 and 97.3. Today's game is brought to you by these fine sponsors: First Security Bank, Justin's Collision and Towing, Joe Lee Chevrolet, Anchor Insurance Agency, Davis Cash Lumber, Clay Maxey Dodge Jeep and Ram, Ozark Health Medical Center, Goods Cash Saver, Petty Jean Fiber, and by Conway Regional Medical Center and the fine Yellow Jacket Boosters. Live video stream coverage on YouTube and Facebook, brought to you by Petty Jean Fiber, by First Arkansas Bank and Trust, by H&H Sports Bar and Grill, and by your local Farm Bureau Insurance. And the player of each game brought to you by First Arkansas Bank and Trust in Clinton. Now, let's join our announcer for today's game, KHPQ and KGFL sports announcer Mike Hawley, and technical engineering by Keith Parrish. Let's switch now to the diamond for the Yellow Jackets on KGFL 94.7 and 97.3.
Hey, stay with us. We are currently having the national anthem. Hey, I'm Mike Hawley. We are here at the ballpark in Clinton, and today it's Lady Yellow Jacket softball. Lady Jackets this afternoon taking on the Batesville Lady Pioneers, Class 5A, here on Senior Day 2026. So it's been it's been cloudy, it's been sunny. Just a few minutes ago, it had been overcast and cloudy again. Now the sun's peeking through, so we've had a little bit of all kinds of weather this afternoon, but no rain so far. You know, there's some forecasted to come through the area around 2 o'clock, but it went south of us, and I think we got at least a window, until 7 o'clock to get this one in. And Lady Yellow Jackets coming in. They've won 2 straight. They shut out of Equipment on Monday, 1-0 in a really well-pitched game by Sarah Parrish. And then they put the bats together on Tuesday as they traveled down to White County, took on Pangburn, beat them by a score of 21-0. Riley Van had a home run in that one. And now we're back here on Thursday for a non-conference game with the Batesville Lady Pioneers, the 5A East Conference. As the Jackets step out of conference play today, and then we'll be back Tuesday with a huge conference game at Morrilton, with a conference title on the line there Tuesday. So Kaylee Castle throws it down. They throw it around the infield, and we are ready to go here this afternoon. Glad you could join us. If you're in the area, there's still time for you to get here. Should be a good afternoon of softball here in Clinton. Shaylee Horton will be the leadoff hitter for the Lady Pioneers. It'll be Shaylee Horton, Adeline Bookout, Addison Fisher, the first 3 hitters here in the first inning. And Sarah Parrish on the hill, and the first pitch is a strike. Parrish shut out the Quitman Lady Bulldogs on Monday on 7 hits, and she stranded 11 Lady Bulldog runners. And here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, and she jumps ahead 0-2. First pitch was at 4:34. The pitch from Parrish to the plate and back to the screen. That pitch got away from her. Shaylee Horton lead off. She's the catcher. Adeline Bookout, the pitcher's up next. Addison Fisher over at third, batting third. Presley Whitener is the cleanup hitter. She's playing left field this afternoon. And pitch fouled straight back behind the plate. And you may have heard it as it landed on top of the pavilion here behind me. Batting fifth, Maggie Price. She's playing over at first base. Batting sixth is Bailey Penn, the right fielder. Batting seventh, Melanie Hendricks at shortstop. Jordan Porter is the center fielder, batting eighth. And Amelia England is the second baseman, batting ninth. Horton, Bookout, Fisher, Whitener, Price, Penn, Hendricks, Porter, and England. And there's a line drive center field, but on comes Kaylin Lashley to make the catch. And that's how the Batesville first inning starts. Kaylin was one of our first Arkansas Bank and Trust players of the game on Monday. And she made some fine defensive plays in the outfield. Jackets only had 3 hits on Monday, but enough to get 1 run in the first inning. And it held up 1-0 for 7 innings. And once again, fly ball, center field. In comes Lashley, almost the identical same play. 2 up, 2 down.
Third baseman, number 14, Addison Fisher.
But part of that was great defense by the Yellow Jackets as Kaylin Lashley made a running catch into right field. She made a running catch into left field. To go, and then made a great catch on a ball over her head in center field. Addison Fisher, the hitter. She's the third baseman. Parrish trying to set Batesville down in order here in the first. Here's the pitch. And just missed the inside corner. Count now 2-0. Keith Parrish back in the studio running the board. And that pitch is a little bit low. Now it's 3-0. Crystal Barnett, Crystal Shirley back also running the station for all your advertising needs. You give her a call, but she's got double duty the last couple of days. She's pretty much running the station now with you can see it's kind of on a little mini vacation. And Fisher walks on 4 pitches. That'll bring in Presley Whitener. Playing left field, wearing number 7 on her orange Batesville uniform. Orange jerseys, black pants, black lettering on the jerseys. First pitch is high for a ball. This is Coach Tate's alma mater, Batesville. Here's the pitch. Pitch is a ball. Now it's 2-0. Parrish steps off. Now she's back on. Here's the pitch. And the pitch is a strike. Now it's 2-1. Whitener gets back in. Here comes the 2-1. And a swing and a miss late on that one. Now it's 2-2. Runner at first. No score, top of the first. Whitener gets back in. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Parrish. And an off-speed pitch. And she comes up empty on that swing. And that'll end the inning as Parrish picks up her first strikeout of the ball game. We head to the bottom of the first, no score. It's Clinton and Batesville in the Yellow Jacket softball on the trip. 94.7.
At Ozark Health in Clinton, Arkansas, we're more than a hospital. We're neighbors helping neighbors. Here you'll find the close-knit feel of a small town with the dedication and resources to deliver exceptional care. If you're looking for a place where your work truly matters, join us. Ozark Health is hiring, and we'd love to meet you. Apply today at ozarkhealth.net. We're more than a hospital. We're neighbors helping neighbors.
Petit Jean Electric Cooperative was created to bring power to rural Arkansas, and now we're connecting it to the world. Introducing Petit Jean Fiber, delivering the fastest, highest quality broadband internet and phone service available. Enjoy blazing fast upload and download speeds, unlimited access, reliable connectivity, and no contracts. The future is powered by fiber, and Petit Jean Fiber is blazing the trail. To see if we're signing up in your area, call 501-745-2493 today.
And we're here to the bottom of the first. No score. Jackets with their normal batting lineup today. And it'll be Lexi Wallace, Riley Van, Kaylee Castle, Olivia Johnson, and batting fourth, playing left field this afternoon. Sarah Parrish on the mound. She's batting fifth. Dixie Newland batting sixth over at second base. Keaton Swarn, she's at first base today, batting seventh. Daisy Newland. And right field, batting eighth. And Kaylin Lashley in center field, batting ninth. It'll be Wallace, Van, Castle, Johnson, Parrish, Newland, Warren, Newland, and Lashley today for the Lady Yellow Jackets.
The shortstop, number 11, Lexi Wallace.
It is senior day. The Yellow Jackets have 5 seniors in the starting lineup this afternoon, and one of those is Lexi Wallace, our first Arkansas Bank and Trust player from, I guess, the Morton game last week. She's had a lot of those in her career, both here and on the basketball floor. Adeline Bookout is the pitcher. Here's the pitch, and the first pitch is a strike. Not a whole lot of wind today, and not a lot of smoke. If you've been around Clinton the last couple of days, it's been pretty bad. The smoke, especially yesterday, sitting right on top of the town from a controlled burn. Pitch is high for a ball. And yesterday you mixed the smoke with the pollen. It was pretty miserable out here. Pitch is high for a ball. Lexi gets back in there. Here's the pitch. And outside for a ball now, 2-1. Wallace trying to get on ahead of Riley Van here in the first. Here's the pitch, high for a ball now, 3-1. Wallace can be selective here. Good leadoff hitter anyway to get on base. She gets back in there, kind of crowding the plate from the right side. Here's the pitch. And inside, ball 4, and Wallace is on to start the first for the Lady Yellow Jackets.
Lady Yellow Jackets, third baseman, number 5, Riley Van.
And that'll bring in Riley Van. Riley with a home run on Tuesday at Pangburn. In that 21-0 victory for the Lady Yellow Jackets. Bookout's first pitch is a strike called, and the catcher came up, tried to throw, and then stopped, and the ball came out of her hand, and Wallace is heading for second, now to third, and she's there standing up. Wow. I've never seen that play before. The catcher stood up, was going to throw to second. Wallace didn't run, so then she tried to stop her throw halfway through, and the ball went straight down into the ground and ricocheted toward the Clinton dugout. And by the time the third baseman could run it down, Lexi had gone from first to third, and she's over there with nobody out. And Van can drive a run home here in the first. Shows bunt, takes a strike. Now it's 0-2. Van gets back in there. Batting for the right side. Here's the pitch. High for a ball. .79 degrees here this afternoon. With a slight breeze blowing in from left field. Here's the 1-2 and a line drive. Base hit left field. Wallace will score easily. And Riley Van puts the Yellow Jackets in the lead 1-0 with an RBI single here in the first.
Now batting for the Lady Yellow Jackets, the catcher, number 14, Kaylee Castle.
And that'll bring in Kaylee Castle. Van and Castle sophomores had big freshman seasons. Doing it again here this season. Pitch is low for a ball. Jackets in all black today, trimmed in gold. Castle gets back in there. And here's the pitch. And it's just a little bit high. 2-0. Castle up in the front of the box, trying to take away any type of a breaking pitch. Here's the pitch. And takes it outside, ball 3. Van's over at first. Jackets lead 1-0 here in the first. On an RBI single by Riley Van after a walk and an error put Wallace at third. Here's the pitch. High, ball 4. And the third Yellow Jacket in a row reaches base.
Number 24, Olivia Johnson.
Van goes to second. 2 walks and a single in the inning, and that brings in Olivia Johnson. Another one of those Yellow Jacket seniors. Shows bunt. Pulls the bat back, and now Van had a big lead at second. And she gets back. Sarah Parrish on deck. A lot of hitting room in left center. Here's the 1-0. And a strike called. She pours it in there. Now the catcher throws to second. Bounces off the second baseman, but not far enough for Van to advance. Count even 1-1. Baseball's off today. They'll be back in action Tuesday at Morrilton. Both teams in action at Morrilton on Tuesday. Pitch is high for a ball. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday at Morrilton, as senior girls and Morrilton play for the second time this year. Jackets with a win could get a share of a conference title. Pitch is high for a ball. Now it's 3-1. Catcher's going to ask for time, goes to the mound. And now Johnson and Parrish head down to talk to Coach Tate. Coach Post coaching over at first this afternoon. And conference is over, ready to go. Johnson steps back in. She's got a 3-1 count. We got runners at first and second. There is nobody out in the Clinton first. Jackets already lead 1-0. And a fly ball right center field. Could be trouble. The center fielder on the run makes a diving catch. And the runners tag and move up. Wow, what a catch by the center fielder, Porter, as she raced from left center over into right center field and made a diving catch, robbing Johnson of a hit and an RBI. But good base running by the Lady Yellow Jackets as both runners tagged up and moved up to second and third. Great catch in center by Porter. Popped up. Foul. And that'll play behind us here. Sarah Parrish, the hitter. Clinton leads 1-0. Got runners at second and third. 1 out here in the first. And now the sun pops out pretty brightly. Parrish gets back in there. Here's the pitch, low in the dirt for a ball. Good play by Horton, the catcher. Kind of starting to pick up that smoke smell again. Kind of breeze carrying it over town this afternoon. Another ball in the dirt. Another good stop by Horton. Counts now 2-1. Dixie Newland on deck. Parrish, a senior at the plate. Newland, a senior on deck. Jackets have 5 seniors in the lineup today. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. Count now 3-1. Lookout's already walked 2 in the inning and given up a hit. Here's the pitch. High, ball 4. Now snap throw to third.
Now batting for the Yellow Jackets. Second Ping, Dixie Newland.
That'll bring in Dixie Newland. Bases loaded. With just 1 out here in the inning. First pitch is a strike. Van at third. Castle at second. Parrish over at first. Pitch is high for a ball. Clinton leads 1-0, looking for more here in the first. The pitch from Bookout to the plate is low and dirt. And Horton blocked that one, kept it in front of her. Counts now 2-1. A lot of room in left center if Newland can pull one that direction. Here's the pitch. And base hit, right field through the hole. 1 run's going to score. Here comes Castle. She's going to score. Parrish heads for third. The throw there, and she's safe for the head first dive. And Newland ends up at second on the throw to third. Good base running by the Jackets. Hit one through the hole between first and second. Van scored. Castle right behind her. And then Parrish, though, went from first to third on the hit to right field. It was a close play at third, but a head first dive, and she was safe there. And Dixie took second on the throw, and it's 3-0 now, Clinton. Runners at first and second. Still only 1 out. 2 RBIs for Dixie Newland. Caden Swarn, the hitter. She takes a ball.
Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery. They strive for excellence in every job they do. Quality work is their specialty, and they pride themselves on the perfect color match. Plus, you'll know when your car is repaired at Justin's that it will last. For all your collision repair and body work, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery is the place to call. Highway 65 South in Clinton. Call 745-2992.
Well, moving at second, but Dixie got back. Our radio signal may have dropped for just a second there, but Caden Sworn hit one right on the nose, right at the third baseman. She made the catch. That's Fisher over at third, and she tried to double off Newland at second, but Dixie got back in time. So now it's second and third with 2 outs. And that brings in the freshman Daisy Newland. A hit could score 2. Clinton already leads 3-0 here in the first. Here's the pitch. Low ball blocked by Horton. Daisy trying to add to the lead. Here's the pitch, and a strike called. It's now 2-1. I mentioned Boji Hester not with us this afternoon. I think he was doing some taking care of a family member. That was always comes first. So Boji's probably listening in, maybe, and we're always glad to have Boji's help on the broadcast. Here's the pitch, high for a ball, snap throw to third. It goes into left field, but the left fielder's backing it up. And Parrish has to stay right there, and the count's now 3-1. And now the Batesville coach would like a conference with the home plate umpire. It is the same home plate umpire that we had against Morrilton, and that Clinton had a few conferences with the umpire. Conference is over. Counts 3-1. And Daisy gets back in there. Adeline Book out. Is the pitcher. Trying to get out of the first inning. She winds and fires. And a swing and a miss as Daisy took a good cut at that one. And now it's 3-2. Two outs. Runners at second and third. Daisy trying to keep the inning going. Here's the pitch, and she fouls one backing out of play to stay alive. And have to throw a new ball in from the dugout. Jackets have had 3 runs on 2 hits and 3 walks here in the first. Here's the pitch. Ooh, and it hits Newland on the foot, and that'll load the bases up with a hit by pitch. And that'll bring in Kaylin Lashley, and the Jackets have batted around here in the first.
Jackets, center fielder number 6, Kaylin Lashley.
And Lashley could really blow the game open right here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Clinton already leading 3-0. Lashley steps in up in the box, batting from the right side, swinging a pink bat this afternoon. Dixie at third, and then started her up again, and she came around to score. Daisy stopped at second, and Kaylin's over at first, and it's now 5-0 Clinton here in the first inning. Here's the pitch. It's a strike called as the 10th batter of the inning comes up in the form of Lexi Wallace. Here's the pitch and a shot foul outside of third. And that might have scored 2 with Kaylin Lashley running at first. Jackets with 5 runs in the first, 2 on batting, 10th batter of the inning for the Jackets. Here's the pitch, and a ground ball to the third baseman. She fields it, steps on the bag, and that'll end the inning. But the Jackets come through. They send 10 batters to the plate. They score 5 times on 3 hits, 3 walks, and a hit batter. The Jackets leave 2. We head to the second. It's now Clinton 5, Batesville nothing. Listen to Yellow Jacket softball on the Trip, 94.7.
Today's medical system is like a maze where patients get lost. Not here. Conway Regional takes a personal approach to health, so you get one-of-a-kind care that blends access and excellence, familiarity and fierce commitment, with a deeply invested team delivering the services and support that people deserve. This is not mass-produced healthcare. This is your healthcare. Conway Regional, curated care.
Hi, I'm Ginger for Jolie Chevrolet, and when you're buying a new vehicle, keep in mind that a quality service department is one of the most important things to...
Yeah, 97.3 KGFL, 1110 AM. Clinton.
So a good first inning for the Lady Yellow Jackets. They pick up 5 runs in the inning, and we head to the second inning, brought to you by Arkansas Mountain Real Estate, Philip Jones and all of his staff there, and also with offices in Fairfield Bay for all your real estate needs. If you got something to sell, he can got all the contacts to find somebody to find a buyer for you. But if you're looking for something, especially if you're looking for something specific, he can also probably find that for you too. Nobody knows the market better in this area than Philip Jones, the president of the Arkansas State Realtors Association and Arkansas Mountain Real Estate. Not sure about the quality right now on our live stream. It kind of keeps coming and going if you're watching at home. If you're listening on 94.7, you're probably in good shape right now. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up in the inning for Batesville. Maggie Price, Bailey Penn, Melanie Hendricks. Anybody gets on, Jordan Porter. The hitter is Maggie Price, the first baseman. There's the pitch, foul back, counts now 2-2. Parrish had a strikeout